Hi everybody, my name is Billy from Piano and Pies and this is the guitar tutorial for Records by Weezer. So let's jump straight into the introduction. Now the introduction, there's a really quiet guitar part just behind the singer, and what happens is they have this shape here. So we're starting on the D string, fret 6, G string, fret 6, and B string, fret 5, and they have kind of that shape there. So 6, 6, 5, and they just play the notes in ascending order, so just going from the lowest to the highest. That's the first shape. They immediately go to frets 4 on the D, 4 on the G, and 4 on the B. You could use kind of a barred type finger style there, or you could use 3 fingers. So you go from this shape. I use the 3-fingered version, just for me that gives me more control, but flat finger works fine. What happens after that, the third shape, there is a 4, 5, 4 pattern on the bottom 3 strings. So that's 4 on the G, 5 on the B, 4 on the E string. And for me, I'm just barring that and then putting that on for the 5 on the B. So we have, and finally, they have, if you know a D minor chord, it's essentially a D minor shape, but moved up to fret 5. If you don't know that, it's fret 5 here. There's a fret 7 on the B string, and then a fret 6 on the G string. But the way they play it, this is the only one that's not in order. So you play the G string, which is the 6 on there, then the 5 on the E string, then the B string, fret 7. That's the only one that's out of place, and that will get you through the full verse. For example, we would have, and that loops round and around and around for the first verse. So now we get to the chorus. Now there's 2 parts to the chorus. The first part is they play basic power chords for the first part. That's fret 4 on the A string, so if you know your power chord shape, whether it's the 2-note or 3-note, I think they play the 3-note. So it's fret 4, 6, 6, or just go for 4 and 6 on the A and D string. And there's 2 strikes there. Then they cut it off. Then they move down to fret 2. However, what they also do, which you see a lot in kind of Weezer's songs, is they will double up the bass note. I guess what I mean by that is instead of playing a power chord 2-4 or 2-4-4 on the A, D and G strings, the pointy finger, will cover the top 2 strings, so the E string included. And you just get a more kind of deeper sound, like that. So they have. However, if you want to stick with the power chord, it doesn't really matter. Then they go to an open E kind of power chord, which is a 0, 2 and 2, or 0 and 2, if you prefer. You can get away with playing an open E major chord. I think that sounds quite nice. Then they go to fret 2 on the E string and build a power chord there. So 2, 4, 4 on the E, A, D strings. And they kind of fill that bar out. So you have, and that happens twice, and that's the first half of the chorus. The second half starts off on the fret 4 on the A string, like we did in the first half of the chorus. However, it changes straight after that. We have, and we have a strange chord. It's quite a nice one. You see it loads in kind of pop punk. We have 6, 9, then 8. If you can't get the 8, don't worry, just go for those 2. That's going to resolve, because it doesn't sound nice by itself. Well, I think it sounds nice, but it resolves afterwards. So we have, if that's a struggle, like I said, just go for those 2, don't worry about the 8. Then it goes up to a fret 7 power chord on the A string. So we have, then we have fret 9, where we build another power chord. However, I think it's the rhythm guitar player that plays a full bar chord. If you know your minor bar chord on fret 9 on the A string, that's what they're playing. If you don't know it, bar this finger, if you know about barring, and that's on fret 9, and then these guys go on fret 11 and 11 of the D and G strings, and finally this guy goes on fret 10 on the B string. That's what helps make it the minor sound. So that next part, so the full second half of the chorus goes like this. And that's the second half of the chorus. An extra detail is that the two guitar players might change what the chords are. So on the second half of the chorus, when the main part is playing, that last chord there, that's what we call an F sharp minor chord, we can actually move it down to here instead. And I think that's what the rhythm guitar player is doing. So for example, they would play, so it just provides a bit of variety. So if you're playing in a band or if you're playing with another guitar player, one of you can play the low part for the last chord and the other person can get the high part. During the second verse and part of the bridge, there's not a whole lot of guitar going on. There's kind of effects going on, but it's mainly bass guitar. If you want to kind of play along with that, it's basically the root notes of the chorus. So we would have, which are fret 4 on the A string, it's a C sharp, down to B, which is fret 2, open E string, and then fret 2 on the E string. What you could do is also palm mute it, which is just putting the palm of your hand just on the strings here. So you don't get a full sound, you're just partially muting the chord, and you could play the power chords. And that's what you can do through the verse. So thank you very much for watching. There's only 2 or 3 real parts to it, so it's a great song and it's dead easy to pick up. If you like that, please like and subscribe, leave a comment on songs that maybe you want to learn that you can't find a tutorial for, and I'll see if I can make one. If you'd like to support me, I have a Buy Me a Coffee link and a Patreon page, all in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.